Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, little quick change there, a bit Blue Peter style. Glad you could join us today. As Ruby said, I'm just going to give you a bit of a guided tour of our members area. We've fairly recently updated our website. We've got lots of new resources, free information that you can access in there. So you should see on the screen the homepage of our website. I'm just going to log in. So you want to go to the same area. Members area just on the top right of the screen. I sent you your login details this morning, so you should have all of that information. So I'm just going to wait for it to go through. Okay, so this is what the members area of the PARN website looks like. There's lots of, as I say, lots of free resources in here. You can access things like online version or PDF versions of our professional body sector review. We've published that for the last 2 years. It's kind of a journal for the professional body sector. Lots of really interesting case studies and articles from leaders in the professional body sector. And there's an opportunity here for you to provide us with some feedback about the current review. And we're also looking for some case studies and ideas for content for the 2015 edition. And as I say, you can download PDF and online versions here. Ruby also mentioned that we've got our financial benchmarking report is free. Again, we've been doing this for the last 3 years, 3 financial years, so you can get an overview on what's been happening in the professional body sector with regards to finances, with a sort of historical bias on that. And we're just about to launch the next financial year. That's going to be launched on the 16th of October. There's a free event coming up, and again you can find out details here. There's a report launch. It's in the afternoon, and we're going to be having some guest speakers that are going to be talking about how to make the most of that financial benchmarking report. We find that lots of our members' finance teams find the report really useful. Very often it's used to go back to board to discuss reserves, either having too much, can you release some, and here's a benchmarking of what other professional bodies have, or to say, oh, actually I think we think we don't have enough in reserves, we need to build up that reserve section. But it also gives you ideas of how much of percentage of income or revenue that professional bodies are spending on membership marketing or on their journals or events or whatever. So it's a very useful publication. We've got 2 events coming up. Mentioned the financial benchmarking report launch. That's free. We've got about 40 places on that, so first comes, first serve. So if your finance teams are interested, they should register, and this is the place to come in and register. We've got the CPD conference, Making It Meaningful, coming up on the 2nd of December, proving to be very popular. We've already sold out, but we do have a training course on the 25th of February, developing and managing CPD. So if you can't make it to the conference, then best thing to do is to book on that training course. We also have kind of new for 2014, 2 new special interest groups, a comms SIG and a finance SIG, and as well as our existing regulation SIG. Again, if you want to find out more about those groups or members of your team would like to join those SIGs, then this is the place to come. Click on these links to find out more. We've got we do lots of research and surveys for our members and for other professional bodies and agencies, and at the moment we're doing a big piece of work about professional bodies and apprenticeships, and we've got a big survey out at the moment. Again, you can click on this link to fill it in. The deadline's the 19th of September. Everybody that completes the survey will get a free copy of the results, so if you're interested in apprenticeships, then it's definitely worth getting involved. I also wanted to talk to you about the Ask the Network surveys. These are short benchmarking surveys. Ruby mentioned them earlier. We've got the three most recent surveys we've got are membership pricing structure, financing committees, and defining your membership community. Let's have a quick look at one of those. So this is actually the results of one of the Ask the Network surveys. This was submitted in July 2014. The British Medical Association submitted it, and it gives you a list of all the organisations that completed the survey. We've got the key findings here. And then there's lots of food for thought, detailed survey responses, statistics, and anecdotal information, including quotes from particular members that we think are really interesting. I mean, as you can see, it's quite a comprehensive document on this particular subject. Now, the way the Ask the Networks work are we've got an existing library in here under menu items, Ask the Network survey just here, and we've categorised, these are all mini benchmarking surveys that have already been submitted and have we've got the results, and you can look through this library of over probably nearly 300 previous surveys here. We've at the moment put them under different categories, so ethics and discipline, education, governance, and then if you click through, again you'll see what we've just, so all of the CPD ones are here, so there's quite a lot. Obviously CPD is quite an interesting subject, so if you're doing anything about, you know, compulsory CPD, membership strategies, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. And what you get to do is, as part of your member benefits, is you get to submit to a year. So if you're doing something on, I don't know, ethics and discipline, for example, and your professional body has been tasked by your board to look into it, to maybe tweak your existing statement or policy, then the best thing to do is either log in with your username and password and come and have a look in this area, or alternatively to give us a call. And we will have a hunt through for you, send you what we've got already on that particular subject. So as I say, ethics and discipline, there's a few pieces in here already. However, if we haven't done anything recently, or we haven't done anything on your subject, then Sam in our office here, one of our researchers, will help design a short snapshot survey. It'll have about 5 to 6 questions around a tight subject. We hope to get them in the pipelines and out for within a sort of 6 to 8 week period, so relatively quickly we can get the answers and the results back to you. We send out 2 a month on average, and we're always looking for new subjects, so do get in touch. It's a great benefit. I think lots of our members don't realise that this is an opportunity that they can use. But as I say, if you're doing anything on any of these subjects in the near future, then come and have a look in the library, or at the bottom of this screen here, because it's got Sam's contact details. Okay, so the next bit I wanted to talk to you about was training. We've just released some information about a special offer on our training courses. For the month of September, if you book on any of our courses, then there's a 15% discount on the courses that are taking place this October and November. But we have also recently, so this is the autumn term here, so this is your 15% that you get off on these courses, but we've also recently released the dates for our 2015 term as well, so it's worth having a look in here if you're interested. I also wanted to point out that you get a free place as part of your member benefits, and it actually makes it's better value for money for you if you use that against a training course as opposed to the conference. Our conference places are about £150 to £200 per person, cheaper than the training courses. So if you're looking for value for money, then use your free place on one of our training courses. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about was research. One of the things that PARN does that's quite unique to us is we do 2 to 3 what we call consortium projects, which is where up to 5 of our member organisations get together to sponsor, finance and to lead on a particular subject. So in 2013-2014 we covered managing member networks, and it was supported by these professional bodies here, and best practice in complaints and discipline, which was covered by these organisations. They paid a relatively small fee, and they nominated a member of their team to sit on the steering board to make sure that the research went in the right direction. We have recently run an event on managing member networks back in May, and we will be introducing a new course in April 2015, which will be based on the research that came out of this. There was a book that was published too. We are just looking at starting work on our 2014-2015 subjects, which are going to be social media, influencing government, and income generation and fundraising. Now, at least 2 out of these 3 subjects are going to result in most possibly a conference and probably a publication off the back of it. But the organisations that are professional bodies that are funding it and supporting it, they are listed below, will get the results of the research on embargo for up to 3 to 6 months prior to the books being published and the information being released generally. So if you want to find out more about these research projects, we're just still at the beginning stages, so if you're interested in getting involved as a funder and supporter, then get in touch with Rob, and his details are at the bottom of the screen here. And just bear in mind that we've got these subjects coming up over the next 18 months or so. Okay, so we've talked about that. We talked about research. One of the other things that we do is consultancy. Now, this is a paid-for subject, a paid-for service, and we do lots of different things from 360-degree peer review for board members. One of our team members comes in and facilitates a day session with your board, getting them to review each other and the process and get some new guidelines as to how the group might move forward. It's really good for shaking up boards where you've got a new influx coming in and some oldies on side too, and you want to get everybody starting from the same page, so that's a really good service. We've just helped develop some ethical documents for one of our other professional bodies members, so it's a kind of a wide service here. Do get in touch if you have any consultancy services, the consultancy projects that we might be able to help you with. We can certainly come up with a proposal and proposal on that. We have a big long list of publications that you can buy, and as Ruby said earlier, you should get two publications a year from us for free. You will have received in May the Engaging, Retaining and Members, and in December we'll be sending out the CPD book to those of you that don't come along to the conference. I think that's probably it from me. If you want to subscribe to, you or any of your colleagues want to subscribe to our sector news, our monthly newsletter, then scroll to the bottom of any of the pages and you can type in your email address here and sign up. So as I say, I'm going to wrap up. I just wondered if any of you have got any questions. If you could please type them in under chat and we will endeavour to answer as much as we can. We are really keen to hear about your new trends and strategies at your organisation, so we'd love to arrange one-to-one catch-up calls with you after this seminar, and Ruby and I will be a webinar. Ruby and I will be in touch to try and make those appointments in the near future. Thanks again for joining us today. We hope you found this session useful. Feel free to give us a call if you have any questions or if there's anything we can help you with in the meantime. Thanks for joining us today.